Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, it doesn't matter. So, what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about power chords. Okay, well, power chords are very important in rock music. This is going to be a very short tutorial, okay? Why we do use power chords? Because we get that kind of rock unique sound. That is one beautiful, unforgettable riff. What is a power chord? It's a chord where actually we're going to play just the first and the fifth note of the chord, and that's it. And we get this distinguished sound. Now, on a typical rock, if you add an overdrive or a distortion, then there you go. You get this thick, beautiful, distorted sound. Now you can come up with anything. Once you can actually play power chords on any chords, on C, on D, on G, on E, on B, whatever. Okay. Now another thing you could do is to add on the power chord, for example, let's say D. You could add, for example, the root. Okay. So you get a bit more, fatty, thick sound. Okay, that's one option. I personally don't like to do that. I prefer just I don't like to double the root, so I prefer just the root and the fifth. So you can apply this on some concept. For example, I don't know, you can do so basically I'm using power chords, and this is the beauty how power chords can be used in rock music. Let's say this is a kind of John Lord style. I'm not exactly sure if Deep Purple and John Lord is the one that really invented the power chords, but that kind of concept was definitely heavily and widely used by John Lord. And by doing this, you can create a lot of riffs, and like this one, you can't ever forget that. That's and it's a very simple but very effective. So important is learning all power chords on any chord, on all 12 key, and you can come up with your own power chord. And then the beautiful thing you can do, you can put for example your Leslie in slow, and you get a bit of motion. Can you see the difference? Off, no Leslie, it's a stationary sound, and with a Leslie on slow, you get that kind of rotation. But you could even use it on fast. Now it depends of the content. It might sound nice, it might not sound nice. That's one thing. You could even add on the power chord, for example, some let's say chorus and vibrato. Okay. That's nice, right? That sounds quite cool. Okay, so that's one of the things that you can combine. You can combine with the chorus, lazily, slow or fast. It depends. And of course, you can adjust your drawbar settings in a way that are sounding nice. For example, typical drawbar settings for rock as we all know, the first 4 draw bar out, or you could do 6 8 8 6, okay, or you could do 8 8 8 and then let's say 6, that's another one, or you could do, for example, 8 8 8 8, so the first 4 draw bar fully out, and a little bit of the fifth one, okay, that's another one. But typically, like John Lord settings or Deep Purple settings, were 8 8 8 8 or 6 8 8 6. That's quite, it's gonna work really well. Okay, well, that's a very short and brief tutorial about power chords. You can double the root. So what is a power chord? Is when you actually play a chord, for example C, and you can actually play the first and the fifth. Okay, so on any chord you can do the same. Okay, that's for example the typical chord of Smoke on the Water. There is some vibrato. Okay, so you play the first and the fifth of the chord. You can double the root. Okay, doubling the root. And then what else? You can add some overdrive. You can use the lazily on slow or fast to, you know, complete that kind of sound. Where can you use power chords? On rock music. Okay, rock and rock. It's beautiful. Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I'll see you to the next tutorial.